Hey Pokemon trainers, welcome to Training Riolu. How are you guys doing? Happy Monday. I hope your week is starting off like incredibly. I hope your week is beginning and it's amazing, and I hope everything is going really well. I am trying to get everyone's predictions situated. I'm looking at the predictions and I think I'm missing something, so we're gonna have to correct that as we go. Let me get this off the screen. There we go. Okay, let's get started. Let's hop right into this. We're going 2001. We're resetting for the Shiny Zapdos, and man, we're gonna. I don't think I'm gonna do a 4-hour stream today. We're gonna be doing some filming for my roommate's promotional video that he's doing, and so I'm gonna be helping out with a project with that. And yo, just appeared. What's up, Midnight Sketcher? Almost called you the Snacker. Yo, what's up, Midnight? How's it going, man? Happy Monday. So I think we're just gonna do the 100 resets today, and then I'll have. Whoa, yo, what's up, Prada? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, come on, Zapdos. Prada. What is your prediction for today? Because I was trying to go through. I think I might be missing some people. I don't know if you have like a regular scheduled like prediction that you wanted, like every number or whatever. Let me know. The shiny luck needs to warm up. Yeah. We need to. It's like, where did it go? You know, like where is we're in a deficit of shiny luck right now. But yeah, I think it's had some time. Yo, last night I made a Pokemon Go video. And I was up until 3 o'clock last night editing it. Yo, you can tell like the first half of the video has some really cool edits, and then like the second half of the video there are edits, and I did do a bunch of stuff in the second half of the video, but at that point I was like trying to get myself to bed, and so the video turned out actually really good. Like I think the video turned out pretty good. It's doing pretty well, and hopefully it's a helpful guide for everybody who wants to play that the Road of Legends in Pokemon Go. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm excited that people get a chance to maybe get some help from my friend Timmy and myself. And yeah, we're gonna be doing a Go Fest video next week, and I think I'm gonna be a little bit smarter about time management and not stay up until 3 in the morning working on editing a video. Yo, editing is great. 2,666 Prada. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna go that long today. Yo, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go into 600 resets today. Yo, how long would that take? 200 resets is like 4 hours, is almost 4 hours. So times 3, it'd be like a 12-hour video. Over a 12-hour video. Maybe we should do something like that, right? Like just rock a 10-hour video, shiny hunting Zapdos until we get it. Yo, that would be pretty intense. I'm not gonna do that today. I was talking with my roommate about hopping into some projects with him. We're gonna go out to the park. We're gonna do some filming, maybe out in the wild, and I might ask to film some shorts out in the park and get some stuff set up, so that way we're asking you guys like what your favorite Pokemon are and promoting maybe the Pokemon Go video that's coming up soon. 2015 Corruption, my boy. I'd go insane doing this hunt. I'm not quite insane just yet. Zapdos has not. Maybe I think that's what Zapdos is working towards, right? Zapdos is trying to manipulate my brain to make me lose my mind and go insane. But it's not working yet. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. But yeah. I did have a long night last night, so I might be, my senses might be weakened a bit. You know, I'm a little bit more tired than normal. So maybe Zapdos can gain the power of insanity. Imagine if the shiny is at 2020. Oh, okay. Do you wanna make that that prediction? 2020. It's all right if you do more than one. Midnight. I took off every 7th, and I wrote down the 2 predictions that you had for 2014 and 2026. I think that's kind of what we talked about, but if you still want every 7th, let me know. I just I think it is a little, if you're gonna have like 10 predictions, sure, but like beyond that, like that's quite a bit. But you know, like let's just try and be reasonable, give some space for other people to make predictions and stuff like that. I think that's reasonable. So if we can be reasonable about the predictions and stuff like that, I think that's a good call. So I took off the 7s. If you want them back on, let me know. Yeah, I want to be able to also like help, you know, also take the predictions that you are thinking that we're gonna land this shiny. So I want that, and give space for everybody else too. So this is Dialga's prediction right here, 2005. Hopefully we get the shiny right now, right? Like let's get it, and then we'll fill in the time with the rest of the 2 hours doing, you know, anything else. Just taking a break from Zapdos will be nice. Okay, we didn't get it. Okay. But yeah, you know what, Zapdos? I don't want a break from you. I want to spend the rest of my days with your shiny. You know what I mean? What's up, Andalyn? Welcome back to Training Riolu. Yo, welcome back to the chat. I am happy you're here. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are starting off your weeks like the best way possible. You know, I hope you're starting off your weeks like amazingly. I slept in because I stayed up until 3 o'clock last night, and I got some much needed extra sleep. And then I got some coffee, and I'm like charged up. I'm ready to get this shiny Zapdos. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. We're here. We're gonna do this. Man, did anybody guess 2006? I feel like that's a year. That's a year. You know, 2006 was a year. Did anyone guess 2006? I got my shiny Charizard. Yo, did you get to? Okay, amazing. I'm so glad that you got the shiny. Congratulations, Andalyn. Were you able to use the donut trick? You know, were you able to get the immediate Charmander from getting the 3-star shiny donut, or were you using the reset method at the wild zones? Yo, congratulations on your shiny Charizard. I know that seemed to be like a bit of a a pain in the butt for you. So I'm glad that that's finally over. You got your shiny Charizard. Maybe that's a good omen for our shiny Zapdos. Yes? Okay, yo. Hell yeah for the donuts. Good call. Yo, I really like that method is available. It does make it a lot easier to find shinies. But yo, honestly, no problem. I love that method. It's nice because now if I need to get I want to have this shiny Pokemon for a tournament, I can go in, make the donuts that I need really fast, and then like get the Pokemon shiny like a lot faster than what it would normally take. So I'm glad that method exists. I'm glad it's out there, and yeah, it's been really helpful, especially when we do chat battles. I've been like trying to get gimmicky last time we did chat battles, I did a gimmick where I was using the move Grav Apple, and under gravity, so the gimmick was I set up gravity and then I try to get Flapple to use Grav Apple, and it rarely works because everybody shut down my Flapple like really fast. But I had all the shinies. I had the shinies for all the Pokemon that way. Yeah, it was nice. It was super nice. So yeah, it's easier that way. Yeah, it is. It really it's just like a lot more convenient to get a shiny Pokemon. And I'm glad that Pokemon is making it easier for people to get into the competitive world. It's easier for people to like shiny hunt. You know, I kind of appreciate that because not everybody has the capacity to try and get like the shinies on some of the methods that they have in their games. And you know, sometimes neither do I. Like my biggest fail was I was trying to get a shiny Dialga and in Pokemon Shining or Brilliant Diamond. I was trying to get the shiny Dialga. I reset for like months. You know, I spent like hours at a time resetting for months, and you know, you have to like go into the battle screen, and it was a long wait to just get through the sequence of resetting. And after like hundreds and maybe thousands of resets, I didn't get the shiny, and I eventually gave up on it, and eventually even more eventually moved past that part of the game so that I'm not there anymore. But I think I will reset that game, and we could play that again, and maybe try and do some. There's some cool shiny hunting methods that I didn't even know about. Like, I have never in Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl made like a cave base for myself in the underground. I never made a base for myself in the underground, and so I never figured out that you can like set up all those cool statues. 2020 and 2025, you got it. Those are not taken. Perfect. 2020, Virgil, and 2025. Yo, Virgil, how was the tournament, man? How was Yu-Gi-Oh? How did Yu-Gi-Oh go? But yeah, there's some shiny hunting methods in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl that I wasn't even aware of, and I'm curious to see if it makes it any easier to get these Pokemon. So I think it'd be fun to kind of like explore that a little bit. I don't know if we have to like sit through and play the entire game, but maybe having some shiny hunting challenges in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl might be a good time. 2020 is my prediction. What? Corruption, I have 2015. And then I wrote down... Did I miss? Yo, you might be right. I think I might have missed that. 2015? Oh, 2015, 2020, and 2035. Yo, I missed your chat, Corruption. I'm so sorry, dude. Okay. So, let me put that down. And then 2035. Okay. I'm so sorry, Corruption. I missed your chat, dude. I was yapping away, you know, and I completely didn't even see the prediction. Yo, I'm so sorry, Corruption. But yo, okay, I've got that written down. I got crushed, but I had fun. All that matters is I was testing the new Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Okay. Put 2026 2026 was taken yesterday during the stream. I know you were so here's what's taken. All right. We got 2010, which we missed the shiny. 2014 is taken by Midnight. 2015 is taken by Corruption. We got 2020. I saw Virgil say it first, but Corruption did in the chat say it first. So I wrote, I have both of you down, but I you know, that was my bad for missing that. So 2025 is taken by Virgil. 2026 is taken by Midnight. 2035 is taken by Corruption. 2039 is taken by Midnight. 2042 is taken by Aubrey. I didn't write that down. And then 2067, 2069, 2079, and I might have missed somebody's prediction. I feel like I was looking through my notes, and I think it made more sense the way I wrote it yesterday then how if corruption is sad, then he can take it. Yo. Yeah, hopefully nobody's sad. Yo, hopefully nobody's sad. Just my misunderstanding. Yo, it was my bad. I didn't read the chat while I was like yapping up a storm. So sorry, guys. Yo, I hope you're enjoying the show, and I'm sorry I missed the chat. Is $20.99 free? It sure is. Virgil, yo, okay. So 2025, $20.99. I've got you like solidly down for those. I have you down for 2020, but I think corruption. I'm not even sad. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, fuck being sad. No sad boys today. Yeah, corruption's not sad. Okay, good. Okay. Yo, I know I've been a little bit like preoccupied talking about like some of the stuff going on, talking about the shiny Charizard, maybe hoping for shiny Zapdos to show up, and maybe considering doing some shiny hunting in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. But yo, okay, yeah, that is I think I've been a little bit distracted. I need to lock in and catch up to the clock with these resets and see what we could do. You going to play the new Pokemon game when it comes out? Hell yeah, Winds and Waves. Yeah, I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2, but I do have some money on the the Nintendo Direct ready for when Winds and Waves comes out. My roommate has a Nintendo Switch 2. I know he's let me borrow it in the past for Pokemon Pokopia, so I might ask if I could borrow it again for if Winds and Waves comes out, if I don't have my own Switch 2 at that point. But hopefully the channel, takes off, and we start getting more subscribers. We have like 335 subscribers as of last night. Like I put out that video and I got like a subscriber or two overnight. So I was like, oh shit, holy cow, like that's awesome. So so that was cool. So the Pokemon Go video got a couple subscribers, but yeah, hopefully this takes off and we'll get to 500 soon, and then I could start working towards buying a Switch 2. You know what I mean? I need to get an AdSense account and get some money put into my bank account, and then I can start working on getting a Switch 2. But yo, Cobalt, welcome to the chat, dude. Yo, Cobalt was doing a 12-hour stream yesterday. He made it to 10 hours doing some like haunted, spooky games, and yo, that was a fun stream. I didn't get to stay for the whole time because I had to like build a video while he was streaming. But yo, Cobalt had a solid run doing a 10-hour stream yesterday. And he said he just woke up. Yo, okay, yo, you're heading to work. Drive safe. Please drive safe. Corruption said, I also don't have a Switch 2. Yeah. I have the Nintendo Switch 2. Andalin has a Switch 2. Hell yeah. Good job getting the Switch 2. What games are you enjoying on the Switch 2? Like what do you prefer right now on the Switch 2? So I've gotten a chance to play Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I think I would really enjoy playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. But I really liked playing Pokemon Pokopia, and I've done a little bit on Mario Kart World, and I think I'd also enjoy that too. I don't know if Nintendo for me misses. You have a Switch 2 also, Virgil? Yo, okay, hell yeah, Switch 2 gang, and then also hell yeah, not Switch 2 game. Hell yeah to the people working to get a Switch 2. You're trying to get there. Yeah, hell yeah. Pokemon? Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I like that's my jam too, right? I can't believe we're still on Zapdos. Yo, you can't believe it? Neither can I. All right, Midnight 2014 was not the shiny. Yo, I'm so sorry, Midnight. We didn't get the shiny on your guess. I'd love to get it on your guess. I hope we can. But also, on anyone's prediction, honestly, it'd be amazing to get the shiny. Like 2079 would be Cobalt's shiny. You know what I mean? Let's get it. Let's try and get this baby. But yeah, 3005 also. Virgil down for 3005. God, I hope not, dude. I hope not. Somebody was saying like 6,000 and something. I didn't even take it seriously because that was like a big number. Yeah, just shine already, right? Like, yeah. It's time. Like today's the day, right? Like, are you guys feeling it? Like we're in the. I think what Zapdos is just trying to relive his early 2000 stage. Zapdos got some love when Pokemon Galar, Sword and Shield came out, and like he turned into like a is Cobalt a horror gamer? That's a good question. Honestly, that was the first stream I got to watch for Cobalt. He was doing horror games, and he was staying up until the wee hours of the night, gaming. I know, I saw, he busted out some Luigi's Mansion, and I was like, hell yeah, this is some good content right here, I was loving it. So, but it was cool because he was doing both the this format of streaming, and he was also doing a vertical format of streaming, and I'm not sure exactly how to get that going. So I might talk to Cobalt and see like how to do both. Okay, your channel is based around horror games. That's amazing. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had no idea. I saw the Roblox and I saw some Luigi's Mansion, and I know you had some other games lined up for last night. So I hopefully okay, I will summon Lugia if he doesn't shine. Okay, yeah, we got to get like a summoning circle going for Lugia. He's got to like put Zapdos in his place. 2016 was a crazy year, to be honest. 2016 was a crazy year. We were getting like the Sun and Moon like releases, like the drops for all. There was like a hype season for Sun and Moon, and they were saying like, we're gonna see different forms of these Pokemon. Like, oh, get ready. And they almost released they leaked all the different types of variants that we are getting, the regional forms. Man, 2016 was wild. And then Pokemon Go came out, and it was like it was funny to me is that like Michelle Obama was like talking about like an American health program, and then like Pokemon Go came out and everybody was outside in the parks playing Pokemon Go, in the streets, walking around, just like everybody was playing Pokemon Go. And it was like, oh, dang, this is one hell of a health program, right? Yeah, I got you. I'll send the link. Okay, hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Cobalt. Yeah. I think it would be helpful to have like Streamlabs, but I have like OBS. That's what I've been using. And I'm not entirely sure in OBS if that's something that you can do. But yeah, I haven't started like a Twitch channel because I didn't have because I don't have Streamlabs, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with my studio, and I like this studio. I've been getting comfortable with it, and it's fun to build videos and then edit them and stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna make some shorts today. I might be making some shorts later. But I'm gonna help my roommate do some promotional material for a video that he's gonna be making about like centered around therapy and stuff like that. So, oh, I only use OBS. Okay, so there is a way. Okay, oh man, I've never looked into it. So, Chicago Cubs won the World Series, and Patriots coming back from a 28-3 lead. Technically, that's 2017, but it still counts as 2016. Yeah, we're like primed up for memory lane with Zapdos right now. You know what I mean? I only use Streamlabs as a bot in my chat. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know how to set up bots in my chat either. I think I need to set up a bot for the next series that we do, because we're doing like a Nuzlocke. And it'd be cool if you guys had access to the rules and things like that. But I really don't play Pokemon Go. It's not my favorite game, to be honest. Fair enough. Honestly, like there's some major changes in Pokemon Go to Pokemon that I am at odds with. I'm at odds with the trading system. Like I think that it is so much more free in most Pokemon games to be able to trade. And it is so weird that Pokemon Go has such a limitation on trading. But I do like that it re-rolls stats and that it's possible to get some pretty good Pokemon out of trades. So I have this weird relationship with trading in Pokemon Go. And then the PvP for me has always been like a strain. Like to be fair, I've never had a good time battling in Pokemon altogether. But like the PvP in Pokemon Go is really, really strange. I'm gonna be right back real quick. I need to get something to drink. Okay, Corruption, yo, yeah, in the distortion realm, I hope you find some like crystal clear water that's like, you know, not polluted. There's no contaminants or anything along those lines. Okay, we're at 2020. So this is Corruption's reset, and we didn't get it. Okay. And Virgil also guessed 2020. Sorry guys, we didn't get 2020, but we're moving on to 2025, which is Virgil's prediction, and then we'll go to 2026, which is also it's Midnight's prediction. So there we go. There we go. We got some predictions coming up. We're working towards. What if we I like that we have so many predictions, because it's like Zapdos is possible. It's possible that Zapdos' shiny is going to land on somebody's prediction. So I love that. We'll open up 3 packs of cards for whoever Zapdos wants to land on. And there's a possibility that Zapdos doesn't land on anyone's prediction too. So this is a pretty good balance, I think, here for all the predictions and the possibility of what's going to happen, you know? It's pretty. No, I'm excited. I feel like we might get Zapdos today, but like I really thought when we started this hunt, I thought we were gonna get Zapdos between like 800 and 900. I've been kind of like letting myself give Zapdos a chance to do its thing, and like okay, I need to stop expecting Zapdos to show up shiny because he's not interested. But, I have a feeling it might happen. My favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon Red and Blue. Hell yeah. Okay, so the OG Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue, Bellsprout is in one game, Oddish is in another game, Sandshrew and Meowth, yeah, you got some regional Pokemon in the different games, and you had to like force trade with friends. I love that too. In Red and Blue, in Pokemon Red and Blue, what is like the most nostalgic thing about that game that you remember playing and loved, like as like your first playthrough, or like the memory that sticks with you for Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue? What's your favorite memory? I think for me, it was getting like Vulpix to level 40 before evolving it to get Flamethrower. So that way Ninetales had Flamethrower. And just like once I became a Ninetales, like getting that little wave of stars, that's how Flamethrower seemed to like come through. It was like asterisks or whatever. It was just like the little wave of like asterisks to show Flamethrower. I really liked getting my Vulpix to that point, and having a Vulpix up to level 40 was pretty sweet too. I thought that was kind of cool. But that's probably one of my favorite memories of Red and Blue. Okay, 2024. Okay, on this next reset, not this one, but on the next one, we'll be at Virgil's prediction. 2025. Hell yeah. Man, I'm so stoked I've been looking forward to streaming like ever since I woke up. Like, I don't know why. I get the feeling that Zapdos is going to show up today. Maybe it's going to show up today. I've got this newfound energy. I don't know what happened. I think like with Midnight was saying our shiny luck is being delivered to us, and it's like kind of arrived. We got the shiny luck here. So maybe the shiny luck is with us, and I'm like super excited because I've got that newfound energy. Okay, Virgil, sorry about the 2025 reset didn't turn up shiny. Oh no, we didn't do it. Okay. So Midnight, we've got 2026 here for you. Wait a second. Is this 2025? Yo, what's up, Aubrey? Are we at 2,000? Yo, did I not click the button? Yo, what the heck? I think I didn't click the button. Okay, here we go. What's up, Aubrey? Welcome to the chat. I'm happy you're here. Excited, clapping, and squilling. Oh, yo, Aubrey, you gotta tell me. Yo, how did your weekend go? Yo, there was so much going on. Yo, Aubrey. On Friday, I think got engaged, and then on Saturday was going on like a horse ride for the 4th of July, and they were gonna go to the beach or something like that. Yo, there was a lot going on for your weekend. How was it? Let me know how it was. And then yeah, Andolin, let me know what your favorite memory from Red and Blue is. Yo, I loved having Vulpix for as long as I did. I felt like Brock was probably one of my favorite character around that time because he was like interested in breeding Pokemon, and like he was like wanting to like be a Pokemon breeder. So having a Vulpix the way that Brock had a Vulpix, I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. And then like keeping it for as long as I did, it was just an adorable. I could picture the cartoon. Okay, Annalyn, I played it when I was a kid. So my favorite memory is getting my starter Pokemon and catching as many Pokemon as I could. And it was fun and enjoyable for me. I loved battling every gym leader. Hell yeah. Yo, those are some good memories right there. Yeah. Yeah. You know, Pokemon, once it finds a way to put those hooks in you, it really delivers on continuing that, you know? There's tradition and values in Pokemon that I think a lot of IPs don't necessarily touch on. For me, like, you know, like I started watching Pokemon, I was like in middle school, and I felt a lot of the values matched up with like who I was as a person in Pokemon. So I love that about the show. I love that about the game. Like bonding with friends and like, man, it really resonated with me. So that's continued over time. I think those themes and those values have stuck with me. But I mean, yeah, I feel like before Pokemon, I was probably starting along those lines of values and things like that. I've always had like an innate sense of justice, and Ash seems to like really care about the justice of the Pokemon that he befriends and other people's Pokemon that are like let down and things like that. Like, man, there's some really cool themes in this series, in this show, and in this journey. You know what I mean? So yo, I've really enjoyed Pokemon along the way. So yo, Andolin, thank you for sharing. Yo, I feel like some major nostalgia around this series, and yo, I'm happy that you also are sharing like your experience playing the game with me. Yo, thank you. I appreciate it. I already took my nap, so I get to stay. Yeah, I planned for this. Okay, yo, yeah, I think it's serendipitous that we started stream right now. You know, when we started, like I was planning on getting up and like, you know, starting stream a little bit earlier today because it's Monday and I don't have a lot of things tied to Monday. So I was gonna get stream done earlier, have the night to do laundry and like take care of stuff. But I was up all night working on a Pokemon Go video. I was up until like 3 o'clock in the morning, editing, making sure things fit into like where my cohort who was helping me with the video, he was saying things, and I was putting Pokemon on top of like the audio and the video and like editing everything in, and it was like it worked really, really well, and I was like really happy with the editing job and how things went. And so like it was kind of cool how things turned out. I think the video turned out really well. I think the video turned out really well, and I ended up being really excited about the outcome. But like at 3 in the morning, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go to bed. And I finally got the video finished. I finally got the video put out on YouTube, and it was like perfect timing because it was like coming out in the morning. The world is kind of like experiencing this new part of Pokemon Go that just came out, and so I think the people waking up to are getting a chance to see this first thing in the morning and having a chance to like look at the video. And you know, I'm proud of it. I think it was actually one of the better Pokemon Go videos that I've edited. There was like some funny part where my friend Timmy, who was helping me with this video, he was talking about like friendship power and like teaming up with your friends to have like better abilities and stuff like that. But when he was talking about like battling other Pokemon, I put in like a Dragon Ball Z thing that was really funny, and it turned out pretty good. Who created the legendary dog Pokemon? Yeah, so Ho-Oh. Wait. Did I miss something? Be happy with who you are. I am. I'm very happy with who I am. I hope, I think that's a good message. Yeah, be happy with who you are. Ho-Oh created the legendary dog Pokemon. The theory is, and it's never been confirmed, I would love to see like a Legend Celebi game that does confirm something along the lines of like the fan theory. I think people would lose their minds if we were finally like, what's a good word? If we were finally vindicated for theorizing this as long as we have. But like, the theory is that in the Burnt Tower, 3 Pokemon. So the story is, sorry, was it Arceus? No, ma'am. No, Andalin. It was Ho-Oh that resurrected the dog. So the story is the Burnt Tower, right, is what it's called now. I think it was called the Bell Tower beforehand, or something along those lines. So every 1,000 years, Ho-Oh will come to the Bell Tower and kind of leave its leaf. Yo, thanks, Cobalt. I'm glad you're back. And yo, maybe you're at work, but thank you for keeping the stream up for watch hours. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks, Cobalt. They were statues. They were, yeah. So like, the story is, right, the Bell Tower caught fire, and so 3 Pokemon worked towards rescuing all the people and all the Pokemon in the Bell Tower. And so they cooperated with each other to try and get everyone rescued. And so as that was happening, they ended up losing their lives. And so Ho-Oh returns and shows up to the Bell Tower and resurrects 3 Pokemon, right? That's all we really know, is that that's the story. And so the 3 Pokemon were resurrected to be Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. The power of the volcano, the power of the thunderstorm, and the power of the rushing river, right? The beautiful crystalline lake. Like Suicune got some love. I don't know. It's like the beauty of water is like Suicune's. I just got back and just heard the name Arceus. Yeah. You were summoned. Yo. Tell Giratina it's okay. It's okay. We were talking about Ho-Oh, not Arceus. Yeah. So like, they as they explore the world and bring kind of like their power to Johto, and creating kind of like the legends and being able to create the stories of these Pokemon, the power of these Pokemon in Legend. They end up back at the Burnt Tower and are left there as statues until your character Ethan or Gold arrives and has the blessing of the Ho-Oh feather and unlocks Suicune, Raikou, and Entei to be free again in the Johto region. And then you eventually you find them throughout the map, and you catch them, and I think canonically Suicune kind of like blesses like Gold, right? It's not. I finally took my braids out. My hair is so curly, right? Yo, yeah, you were talking about that I think yesterday too, right? You have the curly hair. Your fiance was saying some nice things about your hair or something like that. What an amazing bird. Yo, it's funny that you brought that up. We've been talking about this kind of like all week. But what if like friend of the channel, he's also a small PokeTuber. He created a theory that says what if Ho-Oh resurrected like 3 birds from Kanto. And so it's kind of led me off on like this theory spiral of like, what if it wasn't Ho-Oh, and what if it was instead like Lugia? That and I don't think Lugia has the power of resurrection or anything like that. And the idea that I have is already debunked by the tablets that have been found with Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, and like Arcanine. You know what I'm talking about? Like those tablets. So it's already debunked, but my theory would have been that if Lugia resurrected like Pidgeot, Dodrio, and Fearow, maybe it was during the war that Lieutenant Surge was having, and like instead of doing it through altruistic purposes, Lugia was resurrecting these 3 birds out of like necessity or purpose. And so like, what if Lugia was resurrecting these birds to kind of create like some sort of calm over the land, and instead of like for the reason of like sacrifice, and instead of the reason of altruism, it's more out of the reason of necessity for Lugia's domain and Lugia's territory being kept like under control. So Lugia would resurrect like Pidgeot into Articuno. Lugia would resurrect Dodrio into Zapdos, and Lugia would resurrect Fearow into Moltres. And their beaks are kind of similar, and you know, it could work out. You know, Galarian Zapdos has like 2 legs, so it kind of reverts back to like the Dodrio form and stuff like that. But I think that's a cool narrative. I think that's a cool way to tell part of a story, and to kind of create a dichotomy between Ho-Oh and like resurrecting through altruism and like, you know, like a good or maybe like a not chaos, you know, like through order, versus like Lugia resurrecting through like chaos and not order, right? I want a video game during the Pokemon War, damn it. I want a video game during the Pokemon War, damn it. Okay, I thought you were gonna go into it, but yo, that would be interesting, right? Like what was going on with Lieutenant Surge in the Pokemon War, and there's some other wars too, like AZ's war, and then like the Darkest Day is an interesting situation, because like I'm pretty sure giant kaiju Pokemon spouting out through like the energy that Eternatus like slams into Galar, and then it creates all of these kaiju Pokemon that are like destroying people's houses and destroying the land of Galar, and people are like, you know, like, what do we do? You know, like that probably created some sort of you know, well, obviously the kings of the 2 kings came and subdued Eternatus's power, but like, you know, what happened? You know, like there had to be something to like take back Eternatus's like crazy ideas. Just imagine it. You strategically pick Pokemon to set the field. Oh, yo, like a tactics game. Yo, that could be interesting. Maybe free hugs. Yeah, maybe free hugs. Right? Yeah. Lugia doesn't have that power, but maybe Lugia can give big free hugs. Yeah. Like obviously, my idea of creating a dichotomy between Ho-Oh and Lugia and offering powers to resurrect the Kanto birds, it's not valid. It's not a valid idea. And you know, like, while I think Father Elmo brought it up, like Lugia only has the lore of hurricane. Like Lugia's lore is steeped in the ability to create hurricanes and like be able to like learn the move, the TM hurricane, and you know, like it's kind of an interesting lore around Lugia because it's not much. It's just like the guardian of the sea, but like what does that mean to Lugia and Kyogre? Because Kyogre is like the master of water, you know what I mean? It's like the master of the seas. And so so what does that mean between Lugia and Kyogre? What kind of lore is going on there? That's kind of something I would like to know. But yeah, it is funny that we have the cool story in Johto that is steeped in tradition. It's steeped in like honor of the people. It's steeped in the formation of Johto and the land, right? Just imagine Lugia throwing a party hug for everyone. Yeah. He'd have enough wingspan for everybody. Yeah, everybody could get a big hug. It would be like you know those old Gotta Catch 'Em All commercials where like everyone's in a cage. Instead, it's just Lugia giving everybody a hug. You know. I think Lugia rules the animals, whereas Kyogre rules the water. Oh, okay, that's an interesting idea. Like, because he does seem to have domain over Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres. Like, Lugia seems to be like the domain over the 3 legendary birds, and that seems to be like a reoccurring theme with Lugia. That's cool. Yo, yeah. Father almost saying like since you know Lugia is only like steeped in hurricane, like he needs more lore. He needs more love. And I like the idea. I like some of the ideas around Lugia. I think my theory is fun, but it's definitely debunked already, right? Lugia can't resurrect Pokemon, and Lugia, the 3 legendary birds have been around much longer than Lieutenant Surge's War. But yeah. But I appreciate. Okay. So we've gone through a few of the resets that have been predicted, and we haven't gotten the shiny yet, but we're at Midnight's reset, which is 2039. Corruption, I'm sorry we didn't get Zapdos at 2035, but okay, we're working towards Aubrey's prediction too, which will be 2042. Lugia must keep animals safe. It's his duty. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be a cool lore. That might make sense, like the denizens of the sea, the Pokemon denizens of the sea look to Lugia for leadership, while Kyogre is willing to just thrash the oceans into over the land. And yo, that'd be kind of, yeah, that'd be some cool lore. Yo, I'd like that too. I would like that. There's some themes of like leadership, and there's some themes of like trust, and there's some themes of Pokemon like finding their belonging, right? And Lugia could be the arbiter of belonging for Pokemon in the sea. Pokemon in the sea. Yeah, that sounds fun. What's up, Snapesy? Welcome to the chat, dude. I'm happy you're here. Dude, how is your road of legends going in Pokemon Go so far? Have you gotten cool backgrounds? Have you gotten decent raids knocked out? I know today is a big day. Welcome in. Yeah, Andalyn, Aubrey, and I were kind of going over some Lugia lore, which has been like the theme of the week. We've been rocking some Lugia lore. Never mind. Snapesy, what's up with you? What's good, y'all? Yo, yeah. I'm doing good, man. I put out a video for the Road of Legends yesterday at like 3 in the morning, and I didn't get to sleep until then, but I've been up today. I've been looking forward to stream. I've been looking forward to maybe getting the shiny Zapdos. And yo, we've been having some fun conversations around Lugia. Didn't do any raids since I already have them. I'm saving my passes for other raid boss. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know that background is kind of neat, but they do have some pretty good raids coming out later this week too. Don't eat him. Don't eat him. Please don't eat him. Okay. Yeah, what yo, I'm trying to figure out what you're referring to. Don't eat this. Okay. Like Aubrey don't loves Lugia, and you're like don't eat Lugia burgers, right? Like Lugia has to befriend. He's got big hugging arms, and he has to befriend all the Pokemon. Okay. That's funny, yeah. But I don't know where else. My mind was kind of letting myself go with the don't eat him. Gotta pee, but I can't. Okay, yeah. Take care of that. Don't eat Lugia. Yeah. Don't eat Lugia. We want Lugia hugs, not Lugia burgers. Yes. Okay. Aubrey, we are at 2042. So take your bathroom break. Yeah, we'll get through this reset. We got some time. It takes like, Cobalt was a real one and like timed out how long this takes. The reset I think takes 51 seconds. Not eating Lugia. Okay. Yeah. Nobody needs to eat Lugia. Can you imagine though? Like, birds often have like certain like textures. And like if you eat quail, if you eat duck, if you eat chicken or turkey, there's like a certain texture to bird meat. Do you think Lugia would have like something more along the lines of like beef? You know what I mean? Like would it be like steak instead of like a turkey? I'm saving my 5,000 green premium raid passes for Mega Mewtwo raids. Yo, hell yeah! I've been saving them every time I get them from PvP rewards or tickets. GoFest is gonna be a fun time. You got 5,000 raids. I wonder if you can get through all 5,000 for the Mewtwo raids for Pokemon Go, dude. Can you get 5,000 raids knocked out before the end of Pokemon Go? I think Lugia would be like a goose. Okay, yeah. if you're eating a Lugia, it would be like a. Okay, so that was not shiny. Aubrey, please go relieve yourself and take care of yourself. And hopefully that wasn't, or like an alligator or shark. Yeah. I think more like alligator, right? Bird meat is gamey, very strong, only good in small moderation. Too much is not good for you. Okay, yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of people that are busting out some like chicken for protein. Chicken and rice is like a big part of a lot of people's like meals. And I'm not sure. I think everything is good in moderation, right? Not like most everything is decent in moderation. So yeah. I think I understand that that's like a rule set, but I don't know. I don't know. My body will tell me like when I need to stop. Like I used to when I was working out, I would eat eggs and mustard every morning, and eventually like that made me like sick to my stomach because it would make me like gag. Like I couldn't handle the texture at some point anymore. So I would eat eggs and the mustard for like restoring my muscle mass, my torn muscles from working out. And so like it was just like my morning routine, and eventually like my body had like this gag reflex towards eating that, and I was like, okay, I gotta stop eating this. Alligator is good but tough in texture. Cooked wrong, it's like chewy, like yeah. I've been to AJ Gators and had some overcooked like alligator, and it was like I think when it's moist and cooked right, like it's usually kind of greasy in a way. It's like greasy. It's greasier than chicken, but it's very much like a chicken or like a frog, and both frog and alligator seem to have like very similar textures to like a chicken. So that's kind of interesting. I do remember watching Pokemon movie Zapdos, Moltres, and Lugia, Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos battling against Lugia. Yeah. I don't know why, but it was a great movie. Yeah. See, yeah, you got that memory of it. It's like you're recalling it and you can't remember exactly what is going on. Yeah, I can't remember the premise of why that battle was happening too, but I feel like it's a really important lore for Lugia from that movie, right? Like they were establishing Lugia's dominance over the legendary birds, which they established Ho-Oh's dominance over the legendary beasts. So Ho-Oh, has like a dominance and some sort of like hierarchy over the legendary beasts, whereas Lugia has a hierarchy over the legendary birds. And that's why I think it would be cool to theorize that like maybe the Lugia and the birds are kind of like, there's some sort of resurrection or something like that going on with that. Yo, what's up, Alex? Welcome to the chat, dude. I'm happy you're here. Alex, I know you like rewatching the show a lot. Do you remember the plot of the movie where Lugia is battling against the bird trio? Do you remember the plot? Because I remember being on Lugia's side and taking Lugia's side. Hi, wasn't movie Pokemon the movie 2000? I think so. Yeah, like it was Pokemon the movie 2000, but I can't remember the plot. Like I can't remember why that massive like legendary battle was happening. So if you remember, you could help me and Andolin recall like how the movie went and stuff like that. They were arguing because someone moved these ball thingies. Like man, yo, I don't want to say what wrong, but like that rings a bell, yeah. Lugia can't keep his children in timeout for the second he had for 1 second. He only had one job. Yeah. Then Ash had to put the balls back and play an ocarina song. Okay. Yeah. Like there was like these temples, and I guess I hadn't seen that movie in a long time. I mostly saw Pokemon Anime Advanced Generation Season 6 through 9. Okay. Yeah, no worries. I was just wondering if maybe by chance you had... it sounds like Aubrey's got the plot line. There was like these ancient temples and there were balls that were in place, but the balls were removed, and it caused Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres to kind of like lose their minds about it. And then Lugia came in to kind of like qualm the issue, and then they had to put the balls back in place. Okay, yeah, that does seem familiar. Yo, I for some reason I'm not getting like specifics in my head about it, but yeah, that is interesting. Okay, so we're at 2047. The next prediction is at 2067. Father Elmo made a prediction for 67 and 69. And then we'll be moving on to Cobalt's prediction. Yo, funnily enough, we have Virgil's prediction at 2099, which would probably be the last prediction of the stream today. But Prada made a prediction for 2026, and Virgil made another prediction for 3065. Yo, what the heck? I don't want to reset that long, but maybe we do. Maybe we do. Outside of being able to not eat meat is by Lone Star tick. If bitten by one, what? Hold on. Outside of being able to not eat meat is by a Lone Star tick. If bitten by one, its bite takes in effect in exactly 1 month. That tick gives you alpha-gal syndrome, a permanent allergy to red meats. That sounds terrible. Yo, where are those ticks located? You know what I mean? A Lone Star tick. Where is that located? I don't think we have Lone Star ticks. I know there in regions of America there are ticks that will like carry Lyme disease and certain diseases, but they're not in every region of America. So there's certain parts of America where ticks won't carry and pass on certain diseases. So yeah, I'm curious where are these Lone Star ticks that ruin a perfectly good meal? You know what I'm saying? Let's just say they had a great argument. Yeah, it was memorable, right? It was memorable. Okay, 2048. Yeah, I can still picture the battle. Like it was animated really well for the time. I feel like I don't know about you guys, but I think that Pokemon X and Y and Z probably had some of the best animation for the anime. It's the only tick that can catch and track your scent from humans and hunt you down. That tick is all over the US and Mexico. All over the US. Yeah, I'll have to look into it, man. That sounds shitty. Yeah, I know when I was hiking, I was trying to wear like thicker pants so that way I'm not getting bit by much. Who got bit by a Lone Star tick? I don't know. Hopefully not many people. Hopefully not. That sounds awful. Yeah, Snapesy's talking about a Lone Star tick. We were talking about meat, and I think Snapesy went on the rabbit trail of like gaining an allergy towards meat. Yo, what the? Yeah, and then Corruption's asking about Lone Star ticks. So that's how that went. But yeah, I thought you were, and then your last comment you said, let's just say they had a great argument. Yeah, I think you're talking about the legendary birds. Yeah, and Lugia. I'm pretty sure that's what you stayed on that. I'm pretty sure. Yo, I think I'm staying with what's going on in the chat. So hopefully. Yo, but this is I've had a great conversation with you. Yo, this has been I have really enjoyed this week. We've been focusing a lot on Lugia, and I really appreciate it because I think the mystery surrounding Lugia is creating like some skepticism about the lore and some ideas that we that are explored a little bit. No one did. I was just mentioning it because we were talking about meats, and that came to my it came to your head. Yeah. I'm following you, Snapesy. I think I'm following the rabbit trail that you're on. I hear you, but yo, that's weird because I've never really heard of this. I've heard of the ticks carrying Lyme disease and how regional, like I know in the Midwest there's ticks that carry Lyme disease and stuff like that. Fortunately enough, ticks up here in northern in the northern area of America here in Washington, my dogs aren't in danger of getting Lyme disease from ticks up here. So that's something I understood. This chat gets crazier and crazier. Yo, yeah, you haven't been here for the full brunt of Training Riolu's chats. I'm willing to explore a lot of stuff, and I hope that you guys keep these conversations. This is the fun of it. Just never get bit by one, or you'll never be able to eat any dairy or red meats again, because it will send you to meet your maker. Oh. Yo, that was a great setup. Honestly, like this conversation, that was a great setup. Yo, hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's wild. That's great. I would not want to lose my ability to enjoy a decent meal. You know what I'm saying? We went from talking about me and Giratina enemy Arceus. Whoa, yo, we didn't. We were talking about Ho-Oh the whole time. We didn't talk about Arceus. I think there was some confusion around Ho-Oh versus Arceus for a moment. Yeah. We went from talking about me and Giratina's enemy Arceus, and now talking about parasitic bugs that can kill you. Yeah. That is quite the rabbit trail. Yo, we're exploring, right? Yeah, that's some good exploration. Yes, yeah, I'm down for that. Most it's me. I mention facts in chat. I love sharing info and knowledge with others. Yes, and I appreciate it, Snapesy. I appreciate the out of the box, some different thought processes. Yeah, we all have them. And I hope you guys get to share them. So that's awesome. I'm glad you did. And like, yeah, it is. I don't get to. It's not often that you eat food outside of like the typical meal, right? Like we're all typically eating meals that we've eaten over a long period of time. So for me, it was kind of fun in this conversation to kind of re-explore like what alligator tastes like, because I've done that. I've eaten alligator. You were talking about shark. I haven't had shark before, but some meals that I'd like to try. I'd like to try like ostrich egg. I heard that that's pretty good. And then oh, you know what? From what I understand, I've eaten camel. Like while I was in Dubai and Bahrain. I think I from what I understand, I ate camel. I honestly am not sure, but yeah, there was some pretty good food out in Bahrain. Euros from the trucks out in Bahrain and Dubai, like the street trucks, street euros were really, really good. Like I still have it. Like I get a hankering for like those euros from time to time. And like it's much different than like euros from like it's Italy and Greece. Like the Emirates euro versus like the European euro, much different, very different. I'd say the Emirates like euro is more like a street taco, like from Mexico, than the euro from like Europe, which is I think more to me it was more like eating like a Subway sandwich. Like the euro can be like eating a Subway sandwich or something like that if you put the different toppings and stuff like that. So yeah, that was fun. That was a fun little exploration of the conversation that we didn't really like branch off into, but that's kind of like where my mind was going. But yeah, this has been mostly as a people in the U.S. Don't eat anything for food outside of the norm. Of the usual, but in other states, other countries, they tend to serve and eat food, different foods that we're not used to. And it's kind of neat too. Like there's a cultural difference depending on what region you're in the United States on like what's normal to eat. I loved living in Virginia for a short period of time because soul food was like a common like fast food chain. You can get fast food, soul food, or like a restaurant, a soul food restaurant. There's nothing like that here in Washington State. We don't have any soul food places that I know of where I'm living. And then I think if I wanted to get soul food, I'd probably have to go out to somewhere else and find it. My hubby and I primarily eat Indian or Japanese. Your hubby? Oh, he's already got the title? Okay. All right. Good job. Good job to your fiance. He's already getting the hubby title. Yo, that's fun. That's a fun time. Okay, good job. Good job out there, Aubrey. But yeah, eating Indian and Japanese food. We have some Indian food restaurants around here, and I really like the there's like a peanut butter base in a lot of the Indian food that I've eaten. Man, what's that called? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. But yeah, we have some some barbecue grills, like Mongolian barbecue. We have like there's honestly, we have a lot of types of restaurants, but what's strange is there's no like soul food. There's not like that's more prominent in the South. And the different regions of America have like all kinds of different foods that you can enjoy, which is great. Oh snap. Okay, while you're watching stream and typing in the chat, you're getting served baklava while getting a massage. Yo, GG's. That sounds like some like royal treatment. You're getting some royal treatment? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. 10 more resets and we'll be at Father Elmo's prediction. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I know there were some predictions made over the week and I've been writing everything down, and so I'm not keeping track like digitally. I'm just keeping track by how I've written everything down. So hopefully this is going correctly. You know, in Japan, they used to eat and serve dog and cat at restaurants or food stalls, but after a war and migration, that stopped. Once dogs became popular for pets from Americans, after that they stopped. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'd imagine cultural. I don't know. I don't know. Like I can't speak on that, but yeah, like I don't know. That just reminds me of like the rumors going on about like yeah, that honestly that unfortunately that's like a political conversation that I don't want to like delve into. But yeah, that was really bizarre. There was like a bizarre situation that happened in American politics where people were talking about dogs and cats being eaten, and I thought that was really strange. Not in a political sense, but like just a weird misnomer on people. Because like at this point, like the way that people have grown in at least in American culture, pets are like family. W soul food. Yeah, dude. For real. Virgil, I fucking love soul food, and we don't have any here in Washington State that's close by where I live. And I oftentimes will think of Virginia and how readily available soul food was. Yo, man, that's wild. It's wild. So making my own soul food is where it's at. You know what I mean? Just like getting it going in the kitchen and getting the ingredients and making it. So yeah, that's okay too. Like I'm down for that. But yeah, in American culture, I think like pets have become more along the lines of family than when I was growing up in America. Like growing up in America, our dogs were pets, and while I considered them family and things like that, there were people that had dogs and cats as pets, and it didn't quite necessarily like fall into the same scope of family that it does now. I don't know if that makes sense. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Because I feel like pets have become closer over time. I'm back. Had to take my dog outside. Yo, see? Yeah. Like, I think people are a lot more cognizant when having pets and treat pets a lot better. You know, like than how pets have been treated in the past. Like, I don't know if that's just like a cultural thing or if the society is growing into like a bigger family unit or things along those lines. But what I've seen and what I've noticed over my years and from my perspective, it seems like dogs and cats are a lot more cognizant of like how to communicate with people. Like with their eyes, they're like, I don't think it used to be the same that it is now. Like I've seen dogs be more human-like in their behaviors than they used to be. I don't know about you guys, but in my time of being alive, it seems like things have changed in that regard, which I think is neat and is kind of cool. And it almost feels like it almost feels like movie magic, you know what I mean? Like instead of like the way that things would typically happen. It almost feels like a movie type situation, and it's kind of interest. It's like a weird outside perspective. It's nice seeing in history they changed after seeing that and not see stray animals as pests or nuisance. Yeah, like and I'm glad that at least in American culture, I can't speak for any other culture, but it seems like pets are easier to welcome into the family unit. I think that people still train their dogs. I think people still like behave as though their animals are pets, and they also behave as though their animals are family. And I think there's a delineation from when we were like from when I was younger and maybe like previous, generations than where we're at now with like how at least American culture treats their pets. And I think it's really cool seeing that growth. Like people have made some huge steps into like treating their animals closer to like family. They're still still trained, still pets, but I think like they're more family units. We're more apt to like speak to our pets like they're right there with you and they understand you a little bit better. And I think pets act like they understand you better too than when I was a kid. So I think that's interesting. I think that's a strange change that's happened in American culture that is a positive, a net positive. Okay. I can't believe we're at 2062 on the Zapdos reset, but I have not seen the shiny, and we're going to keep going. So I'm hoping that Zapdos shows up. I'm loving the conversations in the chat today. I've been stoked to stream all day, and this is really what I'm looking forward to. Talking to you guys, talking about food or things that are going on with you guys, and I love this. I love this stuff. I also have 2 leopard geckos and a crested gecko. Oh, cool. And a jumping spider. Yo, Andalin, that's awesome. You got like a bit of a creature feature going on with some of your pets. That sounds like a cool. I would love keeping up the environments for those animals. I think that would be fun. Having like habitats that they live in and keeping up the environments that they thrive in to see how they end up, how they end up being like in their habitats. I think that's a fun idea. I've always enjoyed the idea of having like a turtle or enjoyed the idea of having some sort of reptile, but I don't think I can take care of a habitat for a reptile right now in my life. I'm just not in the way that I think I'd want to have like a little biome for this, this little lizard or gecko or something like that. Like, I just don't know. Or like a turtle. I would want like a nice, like, very like close to the environment that a turtle would want to live in. Very close to that. That's what I would want for an animal. And I've gone through a stage in my life where I wasn't able to provide that for the animals that I've had, and I'd much rather they sleep a lot. See, okay, hell yeah. I'd much rather have a habitat that's fitting to the animals that I'd want to give love to and share my life with. Yeah. So eventually, first things first, like gotta work to get a Switch too, so that we can keep playing games on the channel with you guys, and then second thing second, we'll work on like getting to a place of being able to provide habitats for cool Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like our own Pokemon. I like that your Pokemon sleep a lot. It's like they're using Sing on each other, or they're using they're using rest, to recoup and get their health back. They are Pokemon. Yo, thanks for the love, Alex. Thank you. Thank you for the love in the chat. I saw the hearts floating, and I see the hearts on. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, Zapdos. We're getting past the halfway mark, buddy. We gotta show up shiny here soon. Most pets are easy to take care of, but there are some that are a bit harder to take care of. For my spiders were because they're different species. I own different temperatures or dried dampness. Yo, yeah. Like you gotta know those habitats, right? They're true Pokemon. Yeah. You got your real life Pokemon. It's definitely tricky to keep up with them. Okay. Yo, hopefully they had many molts on their, many molts to grow into their new bodies and stuff like that. I hear that's like a very celebratory thing for spider owners when they like can get out of their skin and into their new skin. That seems like a milestone, right? That's what you're working towards. Okay. We've made it to 2067. This is Father Elmo's prediction. It's not a troll whatsoever. I know I keep making that joke, but yo, Zapdos is not being cooperative. So I'm going to keep making this stupid joke about how 2067 has nothing to do with being trolled. I've gotten used to getting to this number and saying the same joke. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. I'm sorry. That boy? Okay. All right, Father Elmo, maybe we can land this bird on your prediction. Okay. Nope. Zapdos is continuing his stubbornness, and you know what? I'm not going to pay any attention to it today. I'm having a good time with you guys. I'm having a fun time in the chat, and Zapdos is not going to bother me today. I'm not going to let the non-shiny get to me. We're gonna get through these resets. The bird's gonna show up shiny eventually. And yo, I've got you guys got me to go through this with you. I've got you guys to go through this with me, and this is a cool connection, I got everything they need to stay alive and to be safe and comfortable. They're doing great. Yo, that's amazing to hear. I'm happy. Yo, I'm happy to hear that. That means your geckos are having a good life and they know they're safe. That's what it's all about. That's a big form of love right there. It's showing somebody that they're safe. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. We didn't get it at 2067. We didn't get it at 2068, but we were at Father Elmo's prediction for 2069. So once again, not a troll number. This is Father Elmo's like heartfelt prediction, and certainly Zapdos knows that this is no joke. This is no laughing matter. Yeah, he's certain. Zapdos knows that Father Elmo didn't mean any weird thing by these numbers. Okay, let's go. So after 2069, we have 2079 and 2099 by Cobalt and Virgil. So those are the predictions. Okay. 2070. My cousin has bearded dragons as pets, where I have a mixture of pets and not your typical pet anyone would have. I like my exotic pets. Okay, hell yeah. Yo, man, that's awesome. I didn't know that about Snapesea Hollow. I didn't know that about Annalyn either. Yo, we got some chat lore going on about our pets. For me, I'm living with a couple of roommates. We have a dog right now. We did have 2 dogs, and I've been in this house for 3 different dogs, but I think Maxie died due to cancer. Storm passed away like suddenly, like I think old age caught up with her, and we've got Rogue now who is getting older as well. I've been here for a while. So this is we've got some cool family pets. Rogue is a silly girl and loves snacks and stuff like that. But she's been at a point of being like a sausage dog and getting like too much treats, and we've taken her on walks, gotten her a lot of exercise and health, and she's lost a lot of weight, and I think it's easier for her to be on her joints and stuff like that. So, but she is I'd say she's probably in her prime or getting to the point of being past her prime. So, but yeah, she's probably got a long life to live, and she's a good dog. She's not a good dog, like in the sense that she chases cats away or like gets certain things, but she's a good mannered dog, and she's one of the, like, she's got personality, you know what I mean? They like to hide, so I gave them something they can hide in and also sleep in. Okay, yo, you got those cool caves set up for them, like they like those temperatures inside the caves for their gecko selves, and yo, horned gecko is really cool looking. I like the way that horned geckos look, and I didn't recognize the other species, but you know, sometimes geckos, you like have trico, right? You basically have like trico, and it's hanging out on the windows sometimes, and you know, doing their things. I didn't recognize the other other breed of gecko. Okay. All right, Father Elmo's predictions have come and gone, and we are working towards Cobalt's prediction, 2079. But we could get the shiny before that too. If I get the shiny that's not on any of your guys' predictions, I will open one pack of cards, and hopefully we'll find some hits. I'll sleeve them up, and you know, we'll get them nice and safe, and I'll put them with my collection. But yeah, if I land on your guys' predictions, we'll open up 3 packs of cards. I'll sleeve up any hits we get, and I'll speak to you privately, and we'll send them to you. We'll get them delivered out to where you're at, so that way you guys, you know, your prediction pays off. You know, when I was living with my parents, I had an ant farm and hissing cockroaches from the Amazon forest, and 2 vampire bats, and an albino boa constrictor. Okay, yo, the hissing cockroaches, I don't know if I would necessarily do, but yo, that's cool. I hope that was kind of fun, having some hissing cockroaches. The ant farm is kind of interesting. I saw somebody who makes aquariums. It's like their profession is like building aquariums, and somebody made like an ant farm bed, and so like above the bed there was like so like the frame of the bed was like the ant farm, and so like the bed closes down and it's like the lid to the ant farm, but like you can open it up kind of like a like the coffins that we had to use in the military. You can kind of open up on a hinge and open and like give the ants their food and stuff like that. So that was kind of interesting because, like, man, if you open it up on a hinge, like, I feel like there's a chance that that ants could get out. I don't do bats. Yo, yeah. Lunana, when Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, you got Pokemon Sun so that you could have the lion instead, right? Yeah. You got Solgaleo instead of Lunala. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I got a little story about bats to tell you guys. But yeah, the person that was making these aquariums made this really wild like ant farm bed frame, and there was cool like spaces where they put like the queen ant, and like all the ants stayed in. You know, it seems like it was a pretty well thought out like ant farm that ended up being yeah, hissing cockroaches grow to be the size of your hand or bigger. There's only species of roach that's big. The only species of roach that are that big, I think, is what you mean. Okay. Yeah. Well, I've seen people have hissing cockroaches. I I personally don't know the appeal of having a cockroach as a pet, but you know, there's people out there that do have cockroaches as pets, and that's perfectly fine. You know, that's all right for people to have pets. I'm curious about the bats though. Like, how did you license? Like, how did you get a pet license for vampire bats? Like, I know that like there are foundations that care for bats, and you can get like licenses for rehabilitating bats and stuff like that. I know that that's a thing, but I'm curious about like how you could if like maybe you own the bats under like the pretense of like caring for it or rehabilitating it or something along those lines. Going to head to bed. I'll see you later. Have a wonderful day. Yo, Andalin, it was incredible spending time with you. We're gonna go through about 25 more resets here, and then yeah, hopefully Zapdos shows up. But if not, we'll be back doing Zapdos more tomorrow. But I hope you sleep well, Andalin. Hope you had a great Monday. Thank you for spending the end of your Monday with me. Appreciate it. But yeah, yo, how was it? What was having hissing cockroaches as a pet like? And then like, how were you able to like have bats as pets? That's kind of interesting, because I know in certain states you can have like exotic animals and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know what it would take to be able to like house a bat. That seems pretty cool. That seems like having them hang upside down and watching them daily, and maybe forming a bond with some bats. That seems pretty sweet. Like, I always thought it'd be cool to like befriend some crows by like offering them shiny things and seeing if they stick around. I got them online off of an exotic pet website, and they were mailed to me the same site I used back in the day for my spiders and snakes, since the local pet stores didn't have what I wanted. Oh, okay, cool. Yo, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess the internet opens up a lot of possibilities for people. Yo, I never considered like having bats as pets, but yo, honestly they look like they're like kind of like puppies, you know, when they're from some videos I've seen where bats are being like rehabilitated and stuff like that. It seems like they're just winged puppies, you know. That's cool though. That's pretty awesome. Yo, Snapesy, I appreciate your exotic collection of animals. I appreciate it. I think that if like out of the animals that you're talking about, I think I would forego not having. I think I would forego the hissing cockroach. Like, I don't think I would do that personally. Just I'd probably have like some sort of like creep factor for me, like some sort of like, the hissing cockroaches were great. They ate plants and bugs, not like the typical roach we have in our house. They aren't your typical roach. They eat different things. Okay. Yeah, I think I can see the appeal now. Like just kind of watching these giant roaches like doing like living in their different habits. But yeah, habitats but I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I would do it. Like, I'm not sure if I'm that interested. I'm not that curious, you know, like about hissing roaches or the habitats of. I could watch a documentary and be satiated, I think, in my curiosity. Cobalt, that was 2079. Unfortunately, we didn't get the shiny on 2079. So we're working towards 2099. Hopefully we can get Virgil's prediction on the nose there and finally be done with a Zapdos hunt. And if not, we'll continue tomorrow and we'll get Zapdos going tomorrow. But yeah, no, yo, I don't know. I think for me, I probably wouldn't do, I wouldn't I'm not sure if I would want a bond with too many bugs. Oh, well, okay. I think I know where this is coming from, though. I have like I used to have these nightmares, or I don't know what it was, because I oftentimes I was like fully awake when I would have these visions while I was fully awake that they're like on the wall outside of my room that led down a hallway. I would see on the wall like a giant shadow, like taller than most of the people that walked through the hallways. Like I think I had friends that were like 6 something, and I'd say that the shadow was taller than them, like from the ground to the top of the wall. So like probably like 7 or 8 feet, right? There was a big shadow of a giant spider like crawling through the wall and then like going down the hallway. And so since it was just a shadow, like, right, as it crawled down the hallway, it kind of like disappeared into the darkness. And so as a child, that freaked me the fuck out. And so I'm wondering if like maybe like I have some attachment to like bugs being freaky, where I mentally, I think I tried to become okay with the idea of like the spiders. And I think I'm a lot better about spiders than when that was happening and when I was scared. I think I've championed spiders since then, but I don't know if I've decided to champion other bugs. And that's probably where some of that comes from, where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I would do, a pet for hissing cockroaches. They're more nocturnal than anything, and like they like to burrow as well. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, like there's something nostalgic about ant farms and having like the 2 panes of glass and being able to see them like have their like tunnels and like little burrows and stuff like that. That's pretty. I don't know why that's so nostalgic. Like I've never had an ant farm. I've had like I've had bug hunting kits that had like little cages and stuff, like little biomes and stuff like that for bug hunting as a kid. And I would go and hunt bugs as a kid. So it's kind of funny that like Pokemon is based on bug hunting, and Pokemon is kind of like, that's where the idea of Pokemon was like started as like was it Himajora? I can't remember the owner of Pokemon, but they started Pokemon based on like hunting bugs, and that this is how the franchise got its start. But yeah, I liked bug hunting as a kid too, and I think Pokemon captures that and then offers like values and things that are really cool to follow, and is like made friendships easier in a lot of ways. So I would say Pokemon has done a lot to change my life, and there's not like one moment where Pokemon has impacted my life more or better than the other. It's just a continuous, like, it's just Pokemon for me has been like a continuous like positive impact on my life. And yeah, I don't know if I think for me, like, Pokemon is something that I'll probably like love until I'm gone. I can admit certain bugs are cool as pets to have and own and watch, and there's some that aren't. If you don't have a bug phobia, that is, but they're pretty good pets. Okay, yeah, that's a perspective I don't typically have, but I appreciate somebody who's owned and cared for pets, bugs as pets. That's cool. That's a cool perspective to have. I wouldn't normally consider that. Yeah, I think for me too, like, there's definitely something about, I grew up with Rottweilers. And so Whiskey and Brandy, we got those Rottweilers as puppies. So like they had big heads, big eyes, big paws. Like there's something about like the furry, like almost like bear or cuddly, like, you know, big animal that I appreciate about dogs too. Like I'm not a big fan of Chihuahuas, and I'm not a big fan of Pomeranians because they typically don't act like bigger dogs, and I understand that now. I don't know. I didn't understand it for a long time. Like, why don't I like small animals? And it's because typically smaller animals for me, in my experience, have made a lot more noise than bigger animals. But yeah, I think I think I could have any size animal at this point. Like I'm good with animals, and as long as I'm able to care for the animal and like like make sure that the habitat and the ecosystem of the animal is like solid and like where it needs to be. Yo, I would be okay with having pets, but right now I don't really have any. Right? I grew up with a Saint Bernard. Okay, I don't know about you, but for me, like having a huge, you know, a huge dog, like a big dog, and like having them as a puppy and watching them grow into like bigger versions of themselves, and there's something just like there's something like, ooh, yeah, what's a good word for that? I wouldn't say nostalgic because I still, you know, it's like there's an attraction to that. Not like a sexual attraction, but like I'm mentally stimulated by having a puppy like grow into a giant sized puppy version of itself and then mature over time. Like there's something about that I'm familiar with and I'm used to. There you go. That's probably cathartic. Thank you. Yeah. There's something cathartic. That's a beautiful word for that. Something very cathartic about having a big breed dog and having a puppy grow into like your best friend. You know what I mean? And I've had Chihuahuas, and that like it didn't happen where it grew into my best friend. It grew into like this yiping, untrustworthy, untrusting like dog that that me and him never really got along. Yeah, that was an interesting relationship with an animal, because I normally get along with most animals pretty well. There was my friend. It was funny is that my friend had some cats, and some of the like she had 3 cats. 2 of the cats were like got used to me and started like creating a bond with me, but one cat loved me, and my friend would tell me like sometimes she thought her cat like loved me more than some other people, but like I would give it like butt pats, and it loved like sticking its like claws into the couch while we were just like hanging out together and stuff like that. It purred all the time, and I don't have too many relationships with cats that were like that, but there was a very loving relationship between me and that cat that was really cool. It was a cool bond. There's certain lizard snacks and bugs that are actually labeled in pet stores as easy beginner pet for people outside of your typical cat or dog level of care wise. Interesting. Yeah. That's kind of cool. My family, when I grew up, had pit bulls, Rottweilers, German Shepherd, cane corros for dogs as pets. I don't know what a cane corro is. I'll have to look that up. As pets, all pretty huge dog breeds, and one's known for protection commonly. Yeah. Yo, my Rottweilers were amazing. Like there was this guy that was running from the cops, and he jumped into our backyard, and my dogs were like very alert that this man was jumping into our backyard. And then my mom like yelled, "Go get him, go get him." I think she said Whiskey, because that's the dog that she I know they both ran after this person who was in our backyard after they stood there until my mom like shouted in fear, and they went after the guy. And luckily nothing happened. Nothing happened to the guy. Nothing happened to my dogs. But the guy tried jumping over one of the fences that we had on the side of our house, and then as he was jumping over the fence, my dog like caught him by his pants and like pulled at him. But he ended up getting away, going out into the front of the house, and where he was confronted by the police, and I think he was detained at that point. So that was a wild, like, it was cool to see that my dogs were that protective. It was also very, you know, wild to see and understand what was happening in that moment. Like, very bizarre, chaotic, and confusing for my mind at the time, because would never expect anything like that to happen. And luckily nothing dangerous happened out of that situation. I think that guy was just trying to get away, and I don't know what he did, and apparently it was worthy of being arrested. So who knows? But I'm glad there was no guns, or there was no injuries, or nothing happened to my dog. Like, that would, man, I think that would be a traumatic situation if something happened to my dog from that. My neighbor used to tease and get my dog riled up growing up, and my dog jumped the 15-foot fence from the deck that was 20 feet high and attacked him, and we warned him not to tease him. Yeah, that sucks. That's a shitty situation. I'm sorry about that, Snapesy. But yeah, I miss those dogs. And I think when I decide to, like, get my own dog, I will probably get Rottweilers again. They're just good dogs, man. Like, they're loving. They always think they're puppies. Like, at least Whiskey thought he was a puppy most of his life. And Brandy, our girl, you know, she was very very protective. So she was kind of funny, because she'd run along the, like, our backyard, kind of barking at stuff that she'd hear beyond the fence. So I don't know, she was always listening for something, and she'd just like run like, oh, not that noise again, or you know, like, I can't believe they're doing the thing that I don't want them to do, and she'd just like bark at them all the time. And so my dad always like yelled at Brandy, like, shut up, and you know, but like, she was just being protective. I don't know what she was hearing, because there was like a road behind my house called James Donlin, and there were cars just like zooming past the house all the time. And sometimes, like, it was pretty regularly that Brandy would just, like, you know, bark at whatever was happening outside of the fence. You know, just like, I don't know if it was cars that she was barking at, or if she was just like barking at like people walking on the other side of the fence, because there was like a sidewalk back there and trees and stuff like that. So it was a nice walking sidewalk, people to go on walks for and stuff like that. Cane Corsos are good dogs, but are very aggressive in the protection space. They will kill if needed. If you hurt kids, they protect, but they're amazing. Amazing, come in different colors, but they're a huge breed. That's not shiny. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look it up. I don't know. I can't picture what it looks like, so I'm gonna check out what Cane Corsos are. But yeah, I think my next dog, when I bring a new dog to the family, right? I'm probably, if I get to take care of a dog and offer a nice home for a dog, it's gonna be a Rottweiler again, and I'll look forward to that, because you know, I think growing up and having like a Rottweiler puppy age into an adult and live out its life, as you know, as long as it did, like that was like I know cathartic was a great word for it, but there was so much love. That was my best friend in like I had human friends, but my best friend was my dog. Like, absolutely my best friend. they're extremely expensive. I'm guessing cane Corsos are extremely expensive. They go for $2,000 to $5,000. They ain't a cheap dog. They ain't a cheap dog. Yeah, that sounds pretty expensive. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look up like what they look like. But yeah, I like big dogs, man. I think big dogs have like bigger brains, you know, oftentimes, and they're suited for being part of a family. I think they're suited for protection. I think they're suited for love. I think they're suited for safety. I think they're suited for like companionship and things like that. So a lot of things I want out of a dog. Hell yeah. 3,000 max, and even more depending on the color. Purebred puppies of the cane Corso go for 3,000 max, and even more depending on the color. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I wonder if that's a regional thing too. Like, I know like Rottweilers were like the breed was founded in Germany. Like I think it was like bred to become a Rottweiler. So it was like a mix of other dogs ended up becoming Rottweilers in Germany, and then that's where the breed got its origin, and then it came over to other countries and different walks of the world, different walks of life. But yeah, it's interesting. It is interesting. I love pets, man. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I've had some pretty amazing pets throughout my life. I've really, but most of my pets aren't exotic creatures. But hands down to, you know, hats off to you guys that take care of exotic creatures. Yeah, I hope they've lived happy lives and they've, you know, enriched your lives as like your part of your family. But yeah, I've always had dogs mostly. I've had a cat at one point in time, and I think throughout my life there's probably been points in time where I probably shouldn't have had animals, and I think I've learned from that. So the next time I get an animal, we're all gonna be ready. The dog's gonna be ready for it. I'm gonna be ready for it. We're gonna do some sick training. We're gonna do some, you know, like we're gonna watch movies together and travel together, and you know, it's gonna be like my sidekick, I think, when I have a dog. So yeah, that's the plan for that. Okay, 2 more resets and we'll be at Virgil's prediction, and I think it's the final prediction of the stream. But yeah, we're dang, I can't believe we're over 2,000 resets on this shiny bird. I can't believe it's not showing up, man. This is wild, but that's okay. I'm going until we get it. So that's the plan, and I hope it shows up soon, so that way we can move on to Articuno. And I hope you guys keep coming back for great conversations like this. Today has been a lot of fun, man. I've really enjoyed this. Honestly, like these weeks have been a lot of fun. Okay, Aubrey, yo, thanks for being here. Did it sound like I'm leaving? I'm not leaving just yet. If it sounded like I'm leaving, I'm not quite done. We'll get through these last resets, and I'll probably do a sign off. But yeah. But yeah, yo, Aubrey, I hope you have an amazing day yourself. Thank you for being here. Okay. Yeah, we'll reset a few more times. We got 98 to go through, 99 and 2,100 to go through, and then I'll probably call it a stream after that. Oh, okay, sticking around. Okay, cool. I'm sorry I made it sound like I was leaving. No. We're gonna get to 2,100, and then I'll sign off, yo. But yo, I was just reflecting. I think today's conversation has been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun with you guys today, and and I appreciate you guys. And I've been thinking about like what a fun week it's been on stream. I know we're doing a lot of repetition on this bird, but you guys have been great, and I've really appreciated you. I wanted to lend some credence to the chat, because you guys have been keeping these resets going. You've been keeping me entertained. I've been hopefully keeping you entertained, and just enjoying the fact that we've been able to spend time together. So I wanted to say that. That's what I was getting at. You need to train them ASAP, because how aggressive and dominant they are. You need to start when they're a puppy. If not, they will take over and run the house. It's that kind of breed. You start young with them. Okay, yeah. And that was Kano. Wait, hold on. He said Kane Koros. Yeah. I've never heard of that. Cool. Yeah, I'll be excited to see what kind of dog that is, because yeah, I've never seen that breed of dog before. I know, like, I don't know what breed Rogue is, and Maxie was like a very specific breed. It was like a black nose something. Okay, but Virgil, we did not get the 2099 prediction, man. I'm sorry. We're going another 100 or 200 next stream. I got to decide what to do with where we're going with this Zapdos. But yeah, I do want to, like, I feel like we need to kind of like just knock this baby out. Tomorrow we're doing Pico Pals. I'll be playing Mario Party with Assassin. Our friend Luna, part of the Pico Pals, is at a concert. She's out of town. She's going to a concert, and she's gonna see a Korean boy band, and I keep messing up the name of it. Dang. I can't remember the name of the Korean boy band, which is fine, because at least I'm not, giving you guys anybody's location. Okay. All right. So we did not make it to a shiny Zapdos, but, we tried, and we're still trying, and we're going to keep going. Yeah, tomorrow's Pico Pals. We're playing Mario Party Jamboree. If you guys have Mario Party Jamboree, I think quite a few players can play the game. I haven't opened it up yet, and I don't know for sure, but if you guys have it, I feel like we'll definitely take audience participation tomorrow. But me and Assassin are probably going to play for a little bit, and then if you guys have Mario Party Jamboree, I think you guys will be able to play along. So that's a possibility for tomorrow. We are going to start the stream tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Last night I was up until 3 o'clock, so I'm going to try and get up early so that I could get coffee and be ready for Pico Pals tomorrow. But yeah, tonight I'm probably going to try and get plenty of rest and sleep like that. But I think what I'm doing after stream, we might be, I'm going to help my friend with a promotional video, which is, I'm excited for. His streaming journey and his like he's delving into like video making, and it's centered around like therapy, because man, he's probably the most amazing therapist I've ever known, but he's sharing it with the world, and so hopefully I'll be able to like get some promotional material out for Curly. I got to talk to him about that and see if that's something he'd be interested in training Riolu to do. But yeah, I'm gonna help him get some promotional film done, and then I might be making some shorts. I'm probably just gonna go out into the wild and ask you guys some questions about Pokemon that we oftentimes talk about in chat. So hopefully it'll reach out to more people. We'll be asking some cool questions about Pokemon, and we'll make some shorts out of it for you guys. So I'll be out not at the desk, and you'll be able to see some pretty cool shots of where I live, and some beautiful images. So yeah, that's kind of a bit of a plan of what I'm going to be doing today. So hopefully I'll be able to get that out this week, and then I know another thing that's big that's coming up for training Riolu is I'm going to be making a Pokemon Go video on the Go Fest. So that's going to be another collaboration between me and Timmy. And then we got Pico Pals tomorrow. We're shiny hunting Zapdos. And in the pipeline, I have to do a stream reaction at some point. So hopefully we can get to stream reaction soon once Zapdos is done. So I'm gonna be planning for that once we find the shiny Zapdos. Hopefully Zapdos will cooperate and we'll get the shiny soon. But thank you guys. I appreciate you all. That's what we're doing in training Riolu. I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Don't forget to level up. Bye!